Dear learner, I welcome you in MOOC course on Principle of Electrical Sciences. Myself, Dr. Sanjay Agrawal, Associate Professor in Electrical Engineering, School of Engineering and Technology, IGNOU, New Delhi. In previous session, we have discussed about what is the behavior of pure resistive circuit, pure inductive circuit, pure capacitive circuit. At the same time, we have also discussed what will be the behavior of circuit when resistance and inductance are connected in series. In this particular session, we are going to discuss about the different terminology associated with the RL circuit, RC circuit and RLC series circuit. So first of all, we will discuss about the true power, reactive power, power triangle, quality factor, and then we will see the behavior of RC series circuit and when resistance, inductance and capacitance, all three elements are connected in series. And at the same time, we will also discuss about the series resonance. So first of all, we are going to discuss about what is the true power and reactive power. The power that is actually consumed or utilized in AC circuit is called true power or reactive power or real power. It has already been seen that power is consumed only in resistance. A pure inductor and a pure capacitor do not consume any power, since in a half cycle whatever power is received from the source by this component, the same is returned to the source. This power that flows back and forth, that is in both the direction in the circuit or reacts upon itself, is called reactive power. It does not do any useful work in the circuit. Here you can see the phasor diagram for an inductive circuit. Here you can see the reference quantity is a voltage V, and that current I is lagging with respect to the voltage by an angle phi if there is RL series circuit. So now you take the two component, it can be converted in the horizontal component and vertical component. So horizontal component of this current I, or you can see OB, can be written as OA, it can be written as I cos phi, and vertical component of this current I can be written as I sin phi, which is representing by OC. So the true power can be written as P equal to Bi into cos phi, where V is a voltage, I is a current and cos phi is a power factor, and unit of true power is watt. The reactive power, which can be shown by the capital Q, can be written as Bi sin phi, where V is the applied voltage, I is a current and phi is the phase angle between voltage and current. So this reactive power Q can be written as Bi sin phi, and unit of this reactive power can be written as VAR. And what is the apparent power? Apparent power S can be written as product of voltage into current. Simply it can be written as VI, or unit will be volt ampere. So in case of DC circuit, apparent power is equal to the true power, because in case of the DC the power factor is 1. But in case of AC circuit, the apparent power will be written as S equal to Bi. Now we have to understand the power triangle. So here you can see the component OA is showing the true power, which is equal to Vi cos phi, and vertical component, that is AB, is showing the reactive power, which is equal to Vi sin phi, and the hypotenuse component, that is OB, is showing the apparent power, which is equal to V into I. So when active component of current is multiplied with the circuit voltage, it results in active or true power. It is the power that produces torque in motor, heat in heaters, light in lamps, etc. Further, wattmeter indicates this power. Second point is, when the reactive component of current is multiplied with the circuit voltage, it results in reactive power. It is this power that merely flows back and forth without doing any work. This power determines the power factor of the circuit. When the circuit current is multiplied with the circuit voltage, it results in apparent power. It is so called because it appears the product of voltage and current is power. However, in AC circuit, except pure resistive circuit, there is usually phase difference between voltage and current, so that voltage and current does not give real power. To avoid any confusion, it is measured in volt ampere. Fourth point is, from this power triangle as shown in figure, the power factor may also be determined by taking the ratio of true power to apparent power, that is power factor cos phi can be written as ratio of true power to apparent power. Now this power can be represented in complex form also. This S can be written as S equal to P plus JQ, where this S is a apparent power, P is a true power and Q is a reactive power. So if you want to calculate the what is the value of this apparent power S, so it can be calculated as under root P square plus Q square. Means if you want to calculate the apparent power with help of the power triangle, just you square the real power and add with the square of the this reactive power and add this and take the under root. So this S can be written as under root P square plus Q square. Now because we have discussed about this RL series circuit, so with help of phasor diagram of this RL series circuit, so power factor can be defined by many ways. It can be defined as cosine angle between phase voltage and current. It may be leading or nature, or it may be lagging in nature. Power factor may also be defined as ratio of resistance to impedance. Power factor may also be defined as ratio of true power to apparent power. Now another term that is coming, quality factor. Quality factor can also be written as Q factor. Quality factor is the reciprocal of power factor of the coil. It is the figure of merit, that is it should be as large as possible for any coil. So Q factor can be written as reciprocal of the power factor, that means it can be written as 1 upon cos phi. And what is the cos phi? Cos phi is nothing but it is a R upon Z. So because it is a reciprocal, so Q factor can be written as Z upon R. And what is the value of this Z? That is the impedance. If it is a RL series circuit, so Z can be replaced as under root R square plus XL square, and in the denominator that is a R. So if R is very less as compared to XL, then this value of R square plus XL square can be replaced as simply XL. So Q factor can be written as Q is equal to XL upon R, and XL is what? That is inductive reactance, and inductive reactance can be written as omega L and R. So Q can be written as omega L upon R. So this Q factor can also be written as Q equal to 2 pi multiplied by maximum energy stored to the energy dissipated per cycle. Now we can take one example to make you understand how you can find out the reactance, impedance, phase difference and power factor. So here you can see there is a one circuit has been considered. A coil having a resistance of 12 watt and inductance of 0.1 Henry is connected across 100 volt 50 hertz supply. Now you have to calculate the reactance and impedance of the circuit. Second, you have to calculate the value of the current, that is I, and third is phase difference between the current and applied voltage, and fourth one is a power factor. And you have to draw the phasor diagram for this particular circuit. So as you know, reactance can be written as XL is equal to omega L, and omega L can be written as 2 pi FL. So now you put the value of frequency and inductance. So it can be written as 2 into 3.14 into 50 into 0.1. So after the solving you get the value of inductive reactance XL is equal to 31.416 watt. Now you have to calculate the impedance. So impedance can be calculated as under root R square plus XL square. So value of R is already given, that is value of R is 12 ohm, and you have already calculated the inductive reactance XL, that is 31.416. Just you put the value in this expression. So after the solving this expression, you will get the value of impedance is equal to 33.63 ohm. Now you have to find out the current flowing through this RL series circuit. How you can calculate the value of current I flowing through this RL circuit? It can be written as voltage divided by the impedance of the circuit. And impedance of the circuit you have already calculated, that is 33.63. So just put the value of voltage and impedance in this equation, that is current I equal to B upon Z. So it comes 2.97 ampere. Now again you have to calculate the phase difference. How you can calculate the phase difference? This phase difference can be calculated with help of the phasor diagram. So here you can see the phasor diagram where this OA is showing the voltage drop across pure resistance, and this OB is representing the voltage drop across inductance, that is I into XL. So you have to find out the phase difference phi. This phi can be written as tan inverse XL upon R. So you have already the value of XL and you have already the value of R. So just put the value of XL and R in equation of phase difference. So after the solving you are getting the value of phase difference. It is coming 69.1 degree. So how now you have to also calculate the value of the power factor. How you can write the power factor? Power factor can be written as cos phi. So you have already calculated the phase difference, that is phi. So just put the value in cos phi of the value of phi, that is cos phi. So after the putting the value phi in cos phi, it comes 0.3568, which is in lagging in nature. Now we are going to discuss another circuit, that is a RC series circuit. So RC series circuit means where resistance and capacitance are connected in series, and across this RC the voltage V is equal to Bm sin omega t is applied. Where you can see in the figure, this BR is a voltage drop across the resistance and this BC is the voltage drop across capacitor. So now you can draw the phasor diagram also, because the common quantity is current that is flowing through resistance and capacitance. So you take a reference quantity as a current. So you can show the this horizontal component by the current which is showing the I. Now because there is a drop across the resistance, that is VR, and you know the phase angle between voltage and current in case of resistance is 0. That means voltage and current are in same phase. So this it can be written as VR. So VR is in same phase with the current I, which is showing by the OA, that is VR. Now as you know, in case of capacitor, current leads by the voltage by 90 degree if there is a pure capacitor. So in reverse of this you can say that means voltage drop across capacitor will lag with respect to the current by 90 degree, which has been shown in the phasor diagram. Now you have to calculate the total voltage across this RC circuit. So it can be calculated with help of the Pythagoras theorem simply. So what will be the value of this V in triangle OAB? It can be written as under root BR square plus BC square. And what is the value of VR? Value of VR is I into R, and value of BC is equal to what? I into XC. And what is this XC? XC is nothing but it is a capacitive reactance. So here you can see this I square is a common term in IR square whole square and IXC whole square. Just you can take out I from the under root. So it can be written as voltage V applied across RC circuit can be written as V equal to I under root R square plus SC square under root. So now because you have to find out the current flowing through this RC series circuit, so current is what? Current is the ratio of applied voltage divided by the impedance of the circuit. And what is the impedance of this circuit where resistance and capacitance are connected in series? It can be written as Z equal to under root R square plus XC square. So I equal to what? B upon under root R square plus XC square, where Z is equal to under root R square plus XC square is the total opposition offered to the flow of this AC by an RC series circuit, and it is called impedance of the circuit. It is measured in ohm. Now you have to find out the phase angle also. So this phase angle can be calculated with help of the phasor diagram as shown in the previous slide. So this tan phi can be written as Vc upon Vr. And what is the value of this Vc? Vc value is equal to I into Xe. And what is the value of this Vr? That is a voltage drop across resistance. It can be written as I into R. So this I will be cancelled out from the numerator and denominator. So this 10 phi can be written as Xc upon R. Or you can say phi is equal to 10 inverse Xc upon R. Now you have to calculate power in RC series circuit. If the applied alternating voltage across the circuit is given by the equation V equal to Bm sin omega t, then current can be written as I equal to Im sin omega t plus phi. Why? Because in case of RC series circuit, current leads with respect to the voltage with angle phi. So it can be written as I equal to Im sin omega t plus phi. Now you have to calculate the instantaneous power. This instantaneous power can be written as P equal to V into Y. What is the value of V? V equal to Bm sin omega t and I equal to Im sin omega t plus phi. Just put the value in this expression. After putting this value, you can find P equal to Bm sin omega t, Im sin omega t plus phi. Now you multiply it by 2 and divide by 2. So this Bm into Im upon 2 can be written as Bm upon under root 2 into Im upon under root 2, and this 2 sin omega t plus phi sin omega t can be written as cos phi minus cos 2 omega t plus phi. So after the solving this expression for instantaneous power, P can be written as Bm upon under root 2 Im upon under root 2 cos phi plus Bm upon under root 2 into Im upon under root 2 cos 2 omega t plus phi. So average power consumed in the circuit over a complete cycle, P can be written as average of Bm upon under root 2 into Im upon under root 2 cos phi minus average of Bm upon under root 2 Im upon under root 2 into cos 2 omega t plus phi. So this final expression P can be written as Bm upon under root 2 into Im upon under root 2 into cos phi. So this Bm upon under root 2 into Im under root 2 is what basically? This is a value of RMS voltage and RMS current. So this P can be written as Brms into Irms into cos phi. Generally it is denoted as capital V into I cos phi, where cos phi is called the power factor of the circuit. So this cos phi can be written as Br upon V, and Br can be written as Ir, and B can be written as I into Z. So this I will be cancelled out from the numerator and denominator. So cos phi can be written as R upon Z, which is same as in case of RL series circuit. So in case of this pure RC series circuit, this power can be written as Vi cos phi. So just you put the value of Vi is equal to can be written as I into Z, and cos phi can be replaced with R upon Z. So after the solving, this equation can be written as P equal to I square R. So this shows that power is actually consumed in resistance only. Capacitor does not consume any power in RC series circuit. Now we can also understand the previous discussion with help of this example. So a voltage of 125 voltage at 50 Hz is applied across a non-inductive resistor connected in series with a condenser. The current in the circuit is 2.2 ampere and the power loss in resistor is 96.8 watt, and that is in the condenser is negligible. Calculate the resistance and capacitance. So just you make the diagram from the given data as shown in the figure. Here you can see that because value of current I is given, which is equal to 2.2 ampere, and this because it has been said that is a non-inductive resistance, that means a pure resistance. So it can be replaced as a R, and condenser is connected. Condenser means that is a capacitor. So resistance and capacitance are connected in series, and 120 volt 50 Hz supply is connected across this RC, and value current I is given as 2.2 ampere. So applied voltage is what? V equal to 125 volt and supply frequency F is equal to 50 Hz. current in the circuit is 2.2 ampere and power loss in the resistor is given as 96.8 watt. So as you know, power loss in resistor can be written as P equal to I square R. So now you have a value of power and you have a value of I, so you can calculate the circuit resistance R, which can be written as R equal to P upon I square R, and value of power is given as 96.8 and value of current is given as 2.2. So just put the value in this expression, and after the solving you will get the value of circuit resistance R equal to 20 ohm. Now you have to find out the circuit impedance. How you can calculate the circuit impedance? It can be written as voltage divided by current. So value of voltage is already given, that is 125 voltage, and value of current flowing through this RC circuit is already given, that is 2.2 ampere. Now you put the value of voltage and current in equation, that is Z equal to B upon I. So it comes 56.82 ohm. Now you have to calculate the capacitive reactance, because you have a value of total impedance, that is Z, you have already a value of resistance R. So as you know, Z is equal to what? R under root R square plus Xc square. So Xc can be written as under root Z square minus R square, and value of Z is equal to what? 56.82, and value of R is what? 20. Just put the value in this expression. After the solving you will get the value of capacitive reactance X is equal to 53.18 ohm. Now you have to calculate the capacitance of the capacitor, because you have already calculated the value of capacitive reactance, and X is equal to what? 1 upon 2 pi Fc. So C can be written as 1 upon 2 pi F into Xc. So you have a value of frequency, you have a value of capacitive reactance, and value of pi is 3.14. So just put all the value in this formula of capacitance of capacitor, that is C is equal to 2 pi F into Xc. So after the putting all the value, you will be able to calculate the value of capacitance of capacitor is equal to 59.85 microfarad. So now we are going to discuss RLC series circuit. So RLC series circuit means what? Circuit which have resistance, inductance and capacitance, and all these three components are connected in series. So here you can see in the figure that resistance, inductance and capacitance are connected in series across the voltage B, voltage which have frequency f hertz. So here you can see the voltage drop across resistance R can be written as voltage VR, and voltage drop across inductor can be written as VL, and voltage drop across capacitance can be written as V suffix C. And this current I is flowing through all three components, because all three components are connected in series. So here, because this current is a common, so you can take I is a reference value for drawing the phasor diagram. So here you can see also the phasor diagram. So this I is a reference quantity which has been shown by the horizontal component I. Now because there is a voltage drop in pure resistance, that is a VR, and as you know that in case of resistance, voltage and current are in same phase, that means this VR will be in same phase of current I, which has been shown as a component OA by OA, which is having a voltage VR. Now you have to see the voltage drop across inductor. So voltage drop across inductor is equal to what? VL. So in case of inductor, what happens? Current lags with respect to the voltage by 90 degree. Or in another word, you can see that voltage leads by the current by 90 degree, which has been shown as a voltage VL. Now you have to find out what is the voltage VC. So this voltage VC can be written as equal to I into Xc, and you know in case of capacitor, current leads by the voltage by 90 degree, or in reverse of this you can say that VC lags by the current by 90 degree. So here you can see in the phasor diagram the voltage VL and VC, and we are assuming that voltage drop across inductor is more than the voltage drop across the capacitor. So net BL minus BC has been shown in the phasor diagram. So now you have to find out the total voltage V. So this total voltage V can be calculated with help of the Pythagoras theorem. So this V can be written as under root BR square plus BL minus BC whole square. Now you put the value of BR, and value of VR is equal to what? I into R. And what is the value of VL? VL can be written as I into XL, and VC can be written as I into XC. So this total voltage B across this RLC series circuit can be written as V equal to I multiplied by under root R square plus XL minus XC whole square. So current flowing through this RLC series circuit can be written as total voltage divided by impedance of the circuit. And what is the impedance of circuit? Is equal to under root R square plus XL minus XC whole square. Now you have calculated the value of the current, you have already calculated the value of the total voltage. Now you have to find out the phase angle between total current I with respect to the voltage. So this tan phi can be written as VL minus BC upon VR, and value of VL is equal to can be written as I into XL, BC can be written as I into XC, BR can be written as I into R. So this I is common in numerator and denominator, so this I can be cancelled out. So this tan phi can be written as XL minus XC upon R. So phi can be written as tan inverse XL minus XC upon R. Here we are assuming that XL is more than XC. So average power P can be written as VI into cos phi, or it can also be written as P equal to I square R. So what will be the value of power factor? Power factor can be written as cos phi is equal to VR upon V, and VR can be written as I into R, and V can be written as I into Z. So this I will be cancelled out from the numerator and denominator. So cos phi can be written as ratio of resistance to the impedance. So cos phi is equal to R upon Z. The alternating voltage applied across the circuit is given by V equal to Bm sin omega t. So here you can notice when XL is greater than XC, the phase angle phi is positive. In effect, the circuit behaves as an RLC circuit. The circuit current lags behind the applied voltage and power factor is lagging. So the current is given by the equation I can be written as I equal to Im sin omega t minus phi. Second condition is what? When XL is less than XC. So the phase angle phi is negative. In effect, the circuit behaves as RC series circuit. The circuit current leads the applied voltage and power factor is leading in nature. The current is given by equation I equal to Im sin omega t plus phi. And third condition is what? When this inductive reactance is equal to the capacitive reactance, that is XL is equal to XC. So the phase angle is what? Phase angle will be 0. In effect, the circuit behaves like a pure resistive circuit. The circuit current is in phase with the applied voltage and power factor is unity. So current flowing in this condition when XL is equal to XC can be written as I is equal to Im sin omega t, and power factor is equal to what? Because phase angle is 0, so cos 0 is 1. So in this condition power factor will be unity. So in this session we have discussed about the true power, reactive power, power triangle, impedance triangle, and we have also discussed about the behavior of the RC series circuit, and we have also calculated the value of the current, voltage and phase angle when all these three components, that is resistance, inductance, capacitance, are connected in series. Thank you very much.